In today's episode of Hunting with Kristoffer Clausen, I will present my different Savage rifles, different calibers, and different hunting with the different guns. So the first one here, this is my Savage 110 Klim in caliber 6.5 Creedmoor. It's one of my favorite guns, one of the guns I use the most. I really like the 6.5 Creedmoor caliber for several reasons. First of all, it's got very little recoil, especially when also fitted with heavy silencers like this. And when making video, I often, have a camera through my scope. So then a little recoil is an advantage because it makes the video better. The gun is jumping less, so you have less barrel movement, and of course it's comfortable to shoot a gun with not much recoil. And the 6.5 caliber I've used a lot now for many years on all kinds of game, from small game like foxes up to roe deer, reindeer, red deer, and also moose. But this would be my choice of gun if I go hunting for foxes, for capercaillie, in the treetops in the winter, or roe deer. That size of game, I would say this is a perfect caliber. And it's also, very flat shooting, so the bullet doesn't drop much. It's high-speed bullets, and yeah, a caliber and a gun I like a lot. And the next gun, it's actually also a Savage 110 Klim, but I've fitted it on a MDT chassis. This chassis is called LSS XL. This chassis, yeah, I really like this grip on this chassis. It makes the gun a bit more heavy, but this caliber on this gun is a 7mm PRC, the new caliber from Hornady, and I also really love this caliber. So when you want a bit more punch, you want to shoot longer range, bigger game, the 7mm PRC is the perfect choice. So we're gonna also see different hunting with this gun and this caliber. And lastly, a gun I also use a lot is a Savage 110 Stormin lightweight in caliber 308 Winchester. So I also put this on an MDT chassis. So this chassis is called MDT HNT26. It's really lightweight. It's also got a folding stock, so you can fold this stock together if you want to. And all of these stocks also fit really well into the bog death grip shooting rest, which I use a lot. And as you can see, I've fitted all my guns with ATEX silencers. In Norway we can use silencers, and most people actually do. So the great advantage of using a silencer is, of course, you get less noise, so you protect your hearing. You also protect the environment. I mean, other people, if you hunt in rural areas, where people live, it's nice to not make too much noise, and you have less barrel movement and usually improved accuracy. So I can only say positive things about using silencer on your guns. In some countries it's still not legal, but most countries you can actually use them now, and that I think is a great thing. And on all my rifle here I have a different Leupold scope. So on this one is a Leupold VX6 HD. It goes from 2 up to 12. It's a lightweight, a super, clear scope with a great view, great field of view. So I really like the Leupold scope. They can take a lot of use and a lot of hardship. On this scope, on this rifle, I have a Leupold VX5 HD. So this one is from 3 to 15. It's got a bit higher magnification, for smaller game at longer ranges. And on this rifle I've got also the Leupold VX5 HD. It's from 2 up to 10. It's a lightweight scope. This gun is a bit more heavy with this stock, so I put a lightweight scope on this one. And in addition, I have this one, which I really like for, you know, for driven hunts or for hunts where you want a great field of view. So this is the Leupold VX5 HD as well, but this is the 1:5 by 24. So this is a fast scope with a huge field of view, and also, yeah, I really like the clarity in all of these scopes. And when it comes to the binocular, these ones have become my favorite. You know, the Leupold BX4 Range HD. These are 10 by 42 with the built-in laser rangefinder. Super fast, super accurate. It can easily measure up to 2,000 meters or even more. Very handy when hunting, you know, smaller game at longer range. So we're gonna shoot the different guns here now, and we're also gonna watch different hunting with the different guns. So let's start with the Savage 6.5 Creedmoor, the Savage 110 Klim in caliber 6.5 Creedmoor. And when it comes to ammunition, I use Hornady ammunition, different types. So this one here is one I've used a lot the last year. The Hornady Interlock, it's called Hornady American White-tailed. So the bullets in here are the Hornady Interlock, 129 grain. This is a 6.5 Creedmoor, but they come in different calibers. They are very affordable, super accurate, and they perform really well on you know, various types of game. So this is a very nice ammunition to use, both for practice because it's so cheap, and also it performs well in a hunting situation. And then I have the Hornady CX bullet. These are the new copper bullets, so these are lead free. Also super accurate bullets. They're usually loaded, so they have high speed, and they perform exceptionally well in game. You know, they have super good accuracy. I really like these bullets if you're gonna hunt, you know, game animals where you take care of the meat, which you do on most of the deer, for example. And then this is the Precision Hunter from Hornady, loaded with the ELD X bullets. Also super accurate, which I think all of the Hornady bullets are, and also a great hunting bullets. So yeah, let's do some shooting with this rifle. I've got my own shooting range here. I'm going to test this gun now with and without the silencer. So I'm going to take off the silencer and see how much different the bullet will hit at 100 meters to start with. Actually, on this rifle, it's very little difference. When I took off the silencer, it only differs so much. And the main reason for that is that on this rifle, it's a carbon coated barrel, so it's a pretty stiff barrel, which doesn't allow much movement to begin with. So what usually happens when you put a silencer on a steel barrel, if the barrel is not too thick, actually it will weigh down the barrel a little bit. I mean, obviously it's nothing you can see, but it does a little bit. So then it can differ as much as up to 20 or 25 centimeters difference with or without a silencer on 100 meters range. So you can imagine then on further range it will be much more. So it's very important, if you're going to shoot with or without a silencer, to make sure you know exactly how your gun aims. So let's watch a hunt now with this rifle. Løpere. Stein der. Ja. We saw a hunt for roe deer now with this gun, 6.5 Creedmoor, and that's the perfect choice for me if I'm going hunting for foxes, for capercaillie or black grouse in the treetops, or for roe deer. Then I would pick this gun and this caliber. This is actually the same kind of rifle, a Savage 110 Klim with the carbon coated barrel, caliber 7mm PRC, yeah, and the Leupold scope. So I'm going to test fire this now at different ranges. So the caliber 7mm PRC is actually suitable at a lot of different animals, from smaller game up to bigger game. You know, with this one you can hunt anything from foxes up to moose. So let's watch a hunt with this rifle.
Jag är på den.
She's
down.
Yes.
Yes. There's a calf coming down.
Yeah. No, it's not the calf. It's the young female.
Go ahead.
Yeah. That one is also going down. Now she's down. And this gun in caliber 7mm PRC would work really well on anything from foxes to roe deer, wild boar, red deer, reindeer, moose. And let's say you're going somewhere sheep hunting in the mountains where you can have ranges up to maybe 500 meters or even more. This would be the gun of my choice. Or let's say I would go to Africa to hunt for plains game up to the size of eland. This would also be my gun of choice. Another rifle I use a lot is this Savage 110 Stormin lightweight. Yeah, it is a really lightweight rifle, which actually all of these rifles are. The Klim with the carbon stock and the carbon barrel is just about 4 kilograms with the scope mounted and the silencer, and the same is this one. It's almost exactly 4 kilograms with this silencer and the scope, which I think is pretty lightweight for a hunting rifle. This rifle here is caliber 308. And that's a caliber you can also use for a lot of different animals. So let's watch a hunt with this rifle, except I'm using a different stock. I'm using the original stock, so the only difference I've done, I've fitted this MDT stock on this rifle, but it's the same rifle we're watching now, but with different stock in caliber 308. Yeah, I tried it now quickly on 150 and 200 meters on the metal silhouette. It was spot on both of them. This is a rifle I've also using a lot, especially when I hunt for a little bit bigger animals. This is a caliber 308, so it's a caliber I use for, you know, from roe deer. I can even use it for everything, also from foxes upwards, you know, to wild boar, red deer, moose. Moose are larger animals, you know, they can be quite tough. So we can watch another hunt with this rifle. Han la seg I kanten her, den, ja. We've seen now different hunts with these different rifles. You can see all the guns I'm using for foxes. If the fox shows up, it doesn't matter if the caliber is 308, 6.5 Creedmoor or 7mm PRC. Obviously, if I'm going mainly for, you know, like a big game hunt in the forest where I know the ranges won't be too long, I can take this rifle in caliber 308. It's a great gun for that choice if I'm going hunting, you know, red deer or moose in thick cover where I know I won't shoot very far. If I go on hunts where I know the ranges can be up to 200 meters or longer, I would pick the 7mm PRC. That's a great caliber for long range shooting and when you need a bit more punch. So that's a short intro of my different guns and calibers, scopes and the different kinds of hunting I do. I hope you enjoyed it.